Okay, last hard week of training in the books. Now, just over a week out from nationals. Day one was back on Monday. Um, Everything went fine. I took a small increase on bench press, both the single and the fours, and a decent increase on squat. Here's the top single at 180, and this was, faster than last week's 177 or the same speed. I can't remember for sure. It's on the board picture, but felt great. Um, by the end of this week, felt terrible, but this session was pretty good. That was set 4 of 6. I kept forgetting to record, so didn't take a lot of video these first 2 days. This is the 6x4 at 405. Pretty sure this is set 1 or maybe set 2. It was definitely a slog. It was pretty hot in the gym on days 1 and 2. And all this volume with lots of sweatiness was a challenge, but made it through. Yeah, 180 was slightly faster than 177 last week. Felt great. And then 157 for the fours. Stayed the same at 235 for the 6 sets of 4. And it felt really brutal, actually. Really hot in the gym this day. I was sweating my ass off. Felt tired. My hands are just like, by the end of the 6 sets of 4, feels like my hands are all swollen up and they just hurt for a couple days afterwards. Got all that work in on Monday and Tuesday. Took Wednesday off. Thursday evening, I came back to do day 3. And it was, it was an okay day, I think. This is 175, so the last kind of warm up, if you will, and that felt great. Moved great. Speed was a little lower than I think it was last week, a tiny bit. And then here's 190. I wish that this would have moved faster, but it didn't seem like it was ever in doubt, and it seemed like a pretty legit pause. Took 210 for the top slingshot, and it was definitely work. Got back into my triceps there and locked it out. I don't think I've ever had 210 in my hands before, so that's pretty cool. Did 175 for the doubles, and that was a lot of work. Here's the velocities for bench press. All in all, a good bench press session, but definitely some fatigue building up there by the end. I'm giving you my first single and kind of the whole workup here. So here's 215. And this felt like the best squat of the night. Something about my rack position, I just really nailed it. Bar felt like it was over the middle of my foot. Path, everything just felt super phenomenal. And the rest of the session didn't feel that way. Depth was really good on that rep too. Depth is pretty borderline on everything else. So there's 235. When I spot or stop it at the bottom, it looks like it's probably in, but by like less than a centimeter, and so probably the call could go either way. Here's 247.5. Again, depth could be a little high, could be in, just depends on the judge, I guess. And then here's 257.5. Those last couple sets were a little slower than last week, I think. I'll have a picture of the velocities as well, but this felt slower than it actually was. Depth, again, is really borderline, but it looks pretty good on video. The speed looks good on video. 247.5 for the double. Again, depth is really borderline. Speed looks good on video, and speed on the velocity monitor was pretty good, actually. I don't think I've doubled anything like this before. Maybe 240 once. So, and then the 4 doubles at 235. This was rough, honestly. By the end of the session, I was dead. Wasn't quite as warm in the gym this day, but still pretty bad. And Man, the bar rash on my back was brutal. Every time I unracked the bar, my skin just hurt. And I was exhausted by the time I walked out of the gym on Thursday night. As such, I took Friday as a rest day. I hit our compression boots a couple of times to try to get a little more recovery. Went in Saturday morning, this morning, to do day 4, and it was sort of a mediocre session. Still felt some fatigue, felt tired. Warm-ups were just a little slower than last week. Took 282 for the top single. I really was hoping I would get 285 this week, but it didn't seem like it was there based on warm-ups. That moved okay, I think. 287 here. Again, I took a 2.5 kilo jump on the top for the rack pull, and it was actually a little faster than last week. Little hold there at the end. The doubles were brutal. I was out of gas by the time I got here. So you look, this is the first set. It's pretty damn slow. After the second set, my back started feeling a little jacked up, and the third set was brutal. I got a video coming up here, and I just stopped there. I cut one set short. This is the 2-count pause. I went up 2.5 kilos. Still moved easy, but my elbows were achy. It felt heavy. Here's the third set of deadlifts. I've almost... these are going so slow that I almost missed them. So I cut it off there. There's the deadlift velocities. Felt like a rough session. I guess the good news is that's the heaviest I'd ever pulled leading into a meet. And my deadlift grip wasn't a problem at all the last couple of weeks. So that's good. Definitely feeling tired, fatigued, achy. I got a couple of treatments lined up for next week, and some rest should do me good. Over and out.